This morning I woke up really early, and I knew that I wasn't going to go back to sleep. You know, you have that feeling. So I thought, well, I may as well get up. I did, made myself some coffee. After about an hour, I could sort of hear a little motor running. I knew right away what it was. We have really nice neighbors around here, and they're not churchgoers. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if we can finish this railing today. I'd really like to get it done. Now, I don't think it really matters which one of these two we do first, so we may as well just start on this one that's closest to us here. And if I look at pictures that were taken, you know, there would be, say, a chain railing, which isn't really a railing, is it? Anyway, there'd be a chain going from post to post to post to post and so on. In other words, the chain would be going in a straight line. Whereas I had originally thought, why don't I just try and curve the railing so that it was all the way around? But that wouldn't be realistic. So maybe what I'm going to do is just see where will it come. If we put a post here, the next post might go here. That would mean that the rail or the chain would go in a straight line, or the railing in this case, and then it'd be a straight line to the next one and so on. I'm kind of hoping that 3 posts will be spaced just right. That way we don't have to cut anything. Now I honestly can say I haven't tried it yet. I'm looking at a little piece of railing right now, and I can tell already that I think it's going to be too long. Okay, I think if we bend it more or less right at one of the rails, just a little bit here so we can sort of see an angle like that, maybe a little bit more. I like to try and do as much as I can on camera. Okay, now if one post goes there and the other goes... Okay, I can tell right away we're going to have to take off. Let's see, yeah, we're going to have to take off the bottom rail, which is too bad. Either that or... Well, let's just curve it and see what it would look like here. Well, let's see now. If you were a little crewman standing on the deck right here, where would you want this railing to be? Okay, this hawse pipe is sort of almost like a, you might call it a French curve. In other words, the radius changes. And, okay, so if we bent it around and had a post here, then this post here would probably end up about here. That might actually look normal. Should it curve all the way around right here? I'm going to have to think about this. Let's see if we can find some pictures. In these 2 excellent pictures, you can clearly see that the railing goes all the way around the anchor. There is no gaps. And it's drawn so tightly that the chain looks like railing, but of course it's chain. Let's see what we can do on our Bismarck. Well, if we want to have it like the pictures, then I've made a mistake right here. This railing, it should have ended with a post right there. Then this could have gone all the way around and met up with it. But we didn't. I don't feel like breaking this off and redoing it. I think it's too late now. Now, we've got, as well as what you can see here, there's another approximately 15 inches of railing. Now, I don't want to waste it, just in case I do find a place that I've missed. Like I keep saying, I don't think I did, but, you know, we might need it later on, so I don't want to be wasting it here. But I'm just sort of wondering, how would it be if... Okay, now because the camera's on, I'm not going to be able to work this thing. I just know that's the way it's going to go. It's going to probably fall. Get Tony's tweezers here. Okay. Now how would it be if we curve it around? Okay, so this is approximately where these two... Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, this is approximately where these two posts are going to go, maybe just a little bit more this way. Try not to knock it down. Okay, so if this post swings in over there, it looks about right. This post would go here. I'm just wondering, would it look okay if it just sort of ended there and then this was open? Or could I maybe swing this around and bend it so that it follows this profile like this? That might not look right. On the other hand, it might look all right. I mean, who knows that this wasn't chain, right? We know, but anybody looking at this model, they're not going to know that this wasn't chain or was supposed to be chain. You know, they might sort of envision rails like on the Titanic or whatever. Remember that famous picture of the front of the Titanic, the way the, excuse me, the railing sort of curves around? It's solid. Anyway, I think we looked at that about a month ago. Yeah, I'm undecided here. I'm going to have to think about it. I removed the bottom rail, and my thinking is that if I leave a little tiny bit of it on the bottom of each post, then the glue is going to have something to stick to. Hope I'm not moving this out of your line of sight here. I just want to give it just a slight bend, a slight rounded bend if I can, just a little bit there. Okay, let's try that on the deck now and see how that's going to look. Maybe just a tiny bit more here. Okay, we might have to bend it a little bit more one way or the other. Let's just check here and see where these all come. Okay, now if this post goes in here, this post goes here. Yeah, we have to bend it more right here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to keep tweaking at it until I get it just right. Okay, this is what I've come up with. Something like this. Maybe I have to just adjust these posts just a little bit, although I think if I was to glue this one in place, then I could push this one over, and then adjust this one later. You know, this almost looks more plausible than the real thing. You know, the real thing showed a chain going from this post to where this one should be. But I think that actually looks quite realistic. Don't tell anybody, and they'll never know. Okay, I don't think I need to move anything here. I think I better just leave well enough alone. I could get this to go down a little bit. You know what? I wonder if maybe I should be using the holder downer right here just to put a little pressure on that and have this post go right down onto the deck. I was just about ready to glue, and then I realized that, you know, I might have a problem. So, yeah, just give me a moment here. Okay, so as you saw in those snapshots, everything is very, very precariously set up here. So I want to try and get this post a little bit more over so it kind of lines up with the other one. Don't want to push too hard, or I'm going to just push it right out. I think it's about as down as far as it can go here. Well, here goes. That's where it's going to stay. See if I can push it up just a little bit more here. Oh, okay, I'll straighten it later, but I want to get the bottom in the right place. If I can get the bottom to cure in the right place, and I believe it is, then I can shove the top over after. Okay, about 3 or 4 minutes has passed now. Let's just take the pusher downer off. Now can we push this over here? I don't think we're any better off than we were before. Probably the pusher downer ended up being more of a hindrance than a help. Maybe I'll just pull that all loose and start again here, if I can. Well, maybe not. If I could get these two posts glued together here. For some reason they're not the same height, but I don't think, no, I realize that we're once again, we're looking at it through the macro lens. All right, let's see if I can put a little bead of CA right in between these two posts. And even though okay, something just happened that I don't think I've ever had happen before, and that is the battery in my camera ran out and it shut off. Anyway, just put in a fresh one and we'll just continue on here. Now, all right, we'll let that cure, and those two posts aren't going anywhere. Obviously, I swung you around to the other side of the bow, and as long as we're talking about batteries here, I have 4 batteries for this camera. That happened to be battery number 3, and what I'll do is I will charge 3 and put in 4 and so on. Right now I'm just seeing if I can't just bend this so it'll be more tight against this flange part of the hose pipe. Okay. I'm sure glad I can cut out video because I just spent about 30 seconds looking for my glue applicator. Oh, that's way too much. Can I smear it around a little bit so it doesn't look like a glob of glue there? That way when I paint over it later, if I do, it won't be seen. I know that it really glints right now, but when that's painted over, I don't think we'll see it. All right, can I do the next one, do you think? Or should I wait? Maybe I should just wait a bit. Okay, now this one looks like it already is flat against, but this one has to come down. Maybe I'll use the holder downer when I get there. Let's just get this one in place. It does seem to be in the right spot. See if we can put on just a little bit less this time. Yeah, that was less. Okay, I do believe I can bring the pusher downer in from the other side now. No. Alright, I think if I just pulled back just a little bit on my tuna fish tin here, it'll straighten it up. Alright. And I'm going to snap a picture so that you know what I'm doing here. Story of my life. Okay, I think it's safe to take this off, obviously. And I'm going to go ahead now and do this side exactly the same way as I just did this one. But I'm not going to video it. And that pretty well wraps it up for the railings, and I'm imagining that there are some people that are kind of happy about that, because I was noticing from the comments that people were getting sick of watching this, and I don't blame you. So tomorrow morning we probably will be starting the rigging. Well, we'll take a quick look just to see how this turned out. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.